Ladies and gentlemen, so today we are going to hopefully be having a little bit of fun with the brand new 6-star Nebula on the free-to-play account, man. And Nebula is one of those characters that I haven't really played much of in Marvel Contest of Champions. I think we've played it a little bit in Arena sometimes, and also like in the past 3-star Master Mode challenges, but overall, I've barely played any Nebula. But whenever I like pick up the character in Arena, her animations are very, very fun. I think she's very fluid to play as well. However, I'm quite excited today, man. I've never played the 5-star version on my main account, let alone a 6-star version. So I think we're going to have a really, really good time. Plus as well, we do have a 3-star version of Proxima Midnight on the free-to-play account as well, which means we can use the synergy where we start with 10 electroshock charges, which is huge for the character. So we're going to have, hopefully, a really, really good time today. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I've waffled on enough. Let's enable Smart Select and get rid of some of the top ones here. As you can see, I've done most of the leveling up already, just because 6-star champions, mate, they take ages. I knew I had to use a load of basic ISO on this gal here, so I thought, you know, we'd save you the trouble and time of watching all of that fun stuff there. So let's go ahead and claim the rest of the tech there, and I think some more 5k. Is that going to be a little bit overkill? I think that's probably just about there, so we'll go for it. I think we're wasting about 500 ISO there, or 1,500. But again, not too bad at all, and we do not want to take her up to rank 2. And these are my 6-star champions, man. All my 6-star champions on the free-to-play account. We've got so many tech characters. So yeah, a bit interesting to get another double immunities tech here, but I think... you know, Nebula is going to be a little bit interesting. I'm not too sure she's going to be quite as good and useful as my Sentinel, but I think with the Proxima Midnight Synergy, she's definitely going to be very, very fun to play. But we're going to just see, you know, how we find the character today. Now, before we get into some of the gameplay, let's have a quick refresher on Nebula's abilities. So, basically, she's going to start the fight with 2 self-repair charges that activate when the opponent deals more than 110% of their attack in a single hit, repairing damage taken over 5 seconds, but if stunned during the self-repair, the repair stops. So essentially, she can take special freeze, and if there's no additional damage component or stun, she's going to be able to heal the damage back. So you have 2 of those charges, can be very, very valuable in certain matchups there, and also when she's awakened, she can recalibrate and regain these charges as well, but she doesn't, you know, need to be awakened to have the majority of cool stuff there. It just allows her to get even more self-repair charges, but these can be good if you like cock up to a special attack as well, so they have some you know, occasional interesting uses there. Also, ability accuracy of robots is reduced by 20% for every electroshock charge. I believe this is on her and not the opponent, but I may be incorrect on that. So when you've got like over, 5 of them stored, then your opponent, if they're a robot, are not going to be able to activate any of their abilities, such as certain nodes, evade, and all sorts of interesting stuff there. So it can be very, very useful, and she is fully immune to both poison and bleed. So holding block is going to charge her weapons, generating a passive electroshock charge on her every 0.9 seconds, so it takes a while to kind of generate these up, and well-timed blocks will convert all of your charges into a shock on the opponent, which lasts for 6 seconds, but heavy attacks can also shock the opponent, dealing energy damage over 6 seconds. Now, the special attack 1 and the special attack 2 has ways to convert these shocks into like additional buffs and effects. So the special 1 can inflict a power lock, severing the target's power flow for 1 second per active shock debuff on the opponent, and also power drains for 3.5% of the target's max power per shock debuff on the opponent. So at absolute max stacks, which is 20, it's a 20-second power lock, and also a 70% power drain on the SP1, but it does take a very, very long time to kind of build that up and pull it off, but it's alright. You know, if you start with 10 stacks, then that's a 10-second power lock you can very quickly utilize if you are clever. So, you know, there's some potential uses for shorter fights, but in terms of like longer term power control options, there is a reason that Nebula doesn't often get mentioned for many of those scenarios there. So alright, not too bad. And then we have special 2, so this one is really, really powerful, and this is generally where you see kind of the big damage come off Nebula a lot of the time. So it doubles the amount of shock debuffs on the opponent and deals increased energy damage per shock debuff over 3 seconds. So this one, you get all your shock charges, you parry, you fire off the special 2, and then you get a crazy amount of damage. So that is the kind of the big thing there. And with the special attack 3, Nebula is going to overcharge, and inflicting shock when in contact with the opponent will deal energy damage over 3 seconds there as well. So yeah, just pretty much some fairly simple stuff there. Get the shock charges, use them for some cool abilities. Additional shocks you can have via the special 3 as well for 10 seconds. So let's go ahead and explore some story stuff. And I think we'll get into the final quest of Act 5. Maybe see if we can take down this final Ultron as well. I don't know if it's a bit too ambitious, but also, again, as a reminder, with the Proxima Midnight Synergy, even with a 3-star, you can get a synergy where you start the fight with 10 electroshock charges, so that is very, very nice for Nebula there. Also a bit of additional attack and crit from Corvus and also Drax, so that is also very, very nice as well. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's get stuck in and test out this 6-star Nebula and see if we can have a little bit of fun today. So I've played so much 6-star Rocket Raccoon on the free-to-play account, and a fair amount of 6-star Sentinel as well. Right, let's see what we can do here. Damn, man, that medium attack, it ain't too bad at all. Right, I'm trying just not to, what is it? Not to parry just yet. Right, let's see if we can get this in, and let's go for the parry now. And then the special 2. And hopefully that's going to be enough to put this lad in the bin, fingers crossed. Yeah, man. Oh, that was so beautiful. So I thought to put Nebula to the real test, let's take her on the, what is it? It's the Poison and Bleed path in this chapter, where we have that incredibly fun node, also known as Biohazard, and see how we can get on here. This is either going to be really, really good, man, or we're going to get absolutely wrecked here. This War Machine is very annoying. He's got Unblockable Special 1, and I don't really think there's anything you can do against that, apart from just kind of take the fat L. So, you know, we'll figure it out as we go along. Let's go. Come on, War Machine. Oh, no. Right, a little bit wrecked there. It's all part of the plan, boys. All part of the plan. Oh, yeah, just a bit wrecked there as well. It's okay. We've got it. Let's fire this off. Come on, man. Big conversions. That's what we want. Oh, did I just fully evade that? I have no idea how I fully evaded that, but it worked. So yeah, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Confirmed. A great counter to that fight, but just bring a Morningstar for that one. That's definitely my suggestion, because Morningstar she'll just one-shot that fight. Easy game, easy life. Right, we've got a bit of Medusa now. So Medusa, I don't know if she's going to be an interesting one for Nebula here. Right, well, we've got the heavy attack counters that we can do. It's kind of like taking a bit too much block damage, though. Seems a little bit problematic. Right, let's rat-a-tat-tat on our block at the moment. But it's nice to have the 6-star one, so you know you can at least recover a bit of block damage here and there. You know, that's a nice little feature. Okay, hopefully that's going to be enough. Fingers crossed. Oh, mate, that shock is nasty. I live for it, man. I live for it. It's a good time. It's a really good time. But obviously, we can see the slight perils of Nebula not being able to, well, not being able to regenerate a huge amount of the block damage taken, and ideally needing it. Obviously, I think if you're a very, very skilled player and can intercept substantially better than I can, you might not have as bad a time, but let's just maybe try playing like we normally would on any other fight and see if the fights are much different. I really think just there is so much value, man, in that, you know, there's converting those shock charges into a really good special too, isn't there, at the end of the day? Right, let's punch into this Iron Man. And maybe go for a special free here. Try that strategy and see if it works out alright. Whether or not we're kind of luring ourselves into a little bit of a long trap here. Does this guy have arc overload? Okay, he appears to. Right. Let's go for the special free. Man, I really like Nebula's special free. It's nice and clean, just a bit of a smack down to the ground. And now making physical contact, right? So whenever we hit in, it's gonna start shocking him. You get a little bit of a power lock, a little bit of a power drain there with the special one combo. It's probably like not really too effective, but yeah, you know, it did sink very small, so it's alright, man, we'll take it. Alright, so we may have just taken the next cable and got absolutely wrecked, so let's, you know, try the Vitality path now and see if we can have a little bit of fun on this one. So this one, we have got an Ultron, which should be a quite good matchup to start off with here. Just one of the problems that I'm seeing with Nebula is, you know, ideally you want the Proxima Midnight Synergy to have those 10 electroshock charges, but it's also just really hard to keep them up when parrying is so important a lot of the time for a lot of matchups. But this Ultron is stun immune, so we don't need to worry about, you know, any sort of parrying here. Let's just beat into him, see what happens. And I must have confessed, I really do like Nebula's animations, man. They are so damn cool. But it's nice to have no evades from the Ultron, man. That's a really good time. And maybe there are going to be certain robots in the future where it's also going to be quite useful there. Right, 5 combo, and let's throw off the special free. Right, takes him down to 49%, and we got 10 seconds of shocking this lad. I feel like not all hits are applying the shock, but I don't know if I'm incorrect there. Yeah, we only got 2. Oh, maybe it was just because the buff was ending there. No, man. Feels something feels a little bit off for the special free. Right, and there we go. We can fire this off now. Pop this lad down. Straight in the bin. Ah, not too bad, man. Not too bad. I just feel like, in comparison to a lot of stuff, I just don't really know how much I'm going to play the Nebula on the free-to-play account. I kind of might bring her into, like, stuff like Map 3 Alliance Quest. But I must say, I significantly prefer Sentinel, and I think he's got a lot more potential than Nebula does, and is less awkward to play in the majority of matchups. But I think Nebula just has to... It'd be nicer if she had a way to dispense her shock charges that wasn't like a core combat mechanic, or if, you know, it was like really, really worth it. Because the shock charges are nice and all that, but, you know, the majority of the rest of the time, she is not dealing the most damage in the world. So it certainly does help to make up for her lack of damage all of the other times. Right, we don't want to get too high here. Well, let's see if we can get a few more shock charges. Oh, okay, we're doing alright here. Alright, let's fire off this one. Get the conversion. It's just so mega, isn't it, man? That special 2 conversion is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's see if we can take down this Green Goblin as well. Ugh. But yeah, if there are any like pro Nebula players out there in the comment section, please do let me know all of the tips and tricks. I'm very, very curious to find out if there is, you know, much I'm missing when it comes to Nebula. Right, okay, so this Green Goblin has enhanced special 1, so we need to be a little bit careful. Oh, mate, this is going to be a nice one, isn't it? Right, I think we bait out the special 2 here. Come on. And then we go in. 5 combo. Convert it. Get absolutely sniped, my son. I don't know. You know, maybe something in Act 6, man. Maybe that's going to come in really, really useful for, but... very, very, very circumstantial. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any very cool uses for Nebula, please do let me know in the comment section below. Anything that I might be missing about this character. Because I don't know, I'm a little bit curious, man. A little bit curious. Right, let's get a sick little fight in here. Against Deadpool, we got the class advantage. We procced the shock way too early. How much is he even like... Oh, crap. Let's go for the dodge there. Just try to get like a few stacks here. So it's just so difficult to get the stacks without taking block damage a lot of the time. But yeah, if you do have any Nebula secrets, please do let me know in the comment section, lads. Right, that's 4 there. Look at that shock. That's still a pretty mega shock, man. Even with 4, to be fair. Not an absolutely game-changing shock by any standards, but that's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. Right, let's go. And there we go. Deadpool is down. So now that we've, you know, done quite a few fights for Nebula, let's go for one final little showcase against Realm Legends Winter Soldier. I'm not too sure we're going to have time for a full kill because I feel like Nebula is still going to take a little bit too long on a full kill for Winter Soldier. But let's jump into the Realm Legends and see what kind of shock damage we can deal with 20 stacks of that shock there. So let's hop over to this fight and bring in the 6-star Nebula here. And we need to get the charges, just bait out some heavy attacks. Bit of a 2-in-1 mission here. Right, I think we should probably... I think it makes sense to just back off, just so we have a bit more time. Right, we've got quite a few there. Right, we're just in overkill land now. Right, let's go for a parry, man. I've got too used to preemptively blocking that I'm struggling with that parry timing now. Let's fire that one off. Come on. Let's go all the way down. Thank you very much, sir. We go for a full Nebula kill here. Don't know if that's a bit too ambitious here, boys. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh no, we got a little bit clipped there. Certainly good for getting used to certain timings on stuff. Fire that off. Boosh. It's a big one, boys. It's a big one. It's the perfect time here to get all the electroshock charges. Come on, mate. There we go. Fire off, get the conversion. Let's go, boys. See, I feel like I'm really learning the way of the Nebula today, man. Everybody's gonna start calling me the best Nebula player out there, really. Just another one of my great titles. Let's go, fire it off. Come on, that's got to be a big shock. Yes, boys, more shock value for the win. Come on, I need like 15. Let's go. Boosh, come on, this has got to be it. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Easy game, boys. See, Sentinel do that probably about half the time, but hey, not too bad, man. Not too bad. We certainly, you know, fully went Nebula mode there. Yeah, I don't know. I just wish Nebula. I kind of like the design of all the shocks. I just wish it wasn't triggered off the parry, man. It's so annoying. I wish there was like another way, like a button you press to kind of like unload all the shocks and deal that massive damage. If it just all came like instantly off the special 2, that'd be so good. So yeah, I like Nebula. I still find her a little bit clunky to play, but if there's anything I'm missing, guys, any of you Nebula gods out there can lead me toward the light, that'd be very much appreciated. But aside from that, I had fun, man. Nebula is certainly not a bad character to play. There's much worse characters in the 6-star board than Nebula, so we will take it, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, thank you so much for watching today's 6-star Nebula rank up and gameplay video. If you did enjoy it, feel free to smash that like button. That'd be very much appreciated. Aside from that, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.